Hi everybody. Doing some wrenching. As you can see, there she is. That's the saw. I call her Amber. I was not so nice to Amber the other day. Well, wasn't necessarily what I did as much as my lack of planning, I guess you would say. This little booger here goes on there. You know, I gotta tear all that crap off and put it on. But what I was doing was I was skidding. I was cutting this little. It was right after I did the mountain goating video, and I cut a couple trees in front of that, like next to it. And so I pulled up 3 logs and I was going to get the 4th one, and I set the saw next to the skid road, and I pulled them 3 up, and what I do is I'll relax my winch, let the logs go down and hit the ground, and then once they hit the ground, I'll stop them, and then I'll free spool it so I don't like bird's nest my cable, you know. When I free spooled, that one log had a bow to it like this, and once you know it, that log just kind of rolled, went right across the top of the saw, just bumped the handlebar here, and this thing, especially as cold as it was, it exploded. It was in a million pieces. So I found an OEM handlebar on eBay because I started thinking, boy, if I smashed a handlebar, I've done that before, and you don't realize just how screwed you are without a handlebar, or one that's broke or cracked. I've had them, the 372's handlebar is cracked here before. There's the original 372. Don't look at that. That's we don't want to see that. But anyways, that bar, it's not aftermarket, it's stock, but it came off a broken saw. I bought one. There's like these ones on eBay you can buy that are they're real cheap. Let me tell you what, they're cheap for a reason. I mean, you can fold them up like a pretzel. This is some kind of different aluminum, and you can't bend it unless, of course, you drop a log on it. But anyways, I ripped that off, so we're gonna do a little video here of wrenching. I gotta watch here. Some springs and stuff in here. Where can I put you guys? Where can I put you guys? Maybe up here? Will it work if I put you up here? No. Maybe. I don't know. How about this? I got an idea now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No, ain't gonna work. So we can put you in the vise. No. We'll just try that. How's that? Can you see anything? Hopefully you can see. I'm gonna fart with this for a minute and we'll shoot the crap. That was why I haven't done any cutting videos, because I was too embarrassed to put anything on there. Everybody, I didn't want to run this saw without this feature on here, because I can't tell you how many times this has saved you. Or if I'm climbing in and out of tops and all that kind of mess, I'll engage my brake so you can't bump the trigger and cut your leg off or anything of the sorts. Looks like this is like a sex fold or something in here. How does this come apart? How do you come apart? So, I hope everybody is staying warm. It's pretty darn cold. I need that. So, I actually today's Friday. I took Friday off. You'll get to a point, and I mean, a lot of loggers will tell you this, you got to know your limits. You got to know when enough is enough. And I reached at 7:30, well, we'll say 7 o'clock last night. I left the job at 7:30. At 7:30 last night, I had a little talk with myself. I said, self, you have reached your limit. So I shut her down. And I just texted everybody I worked with, say, hey, look, you know, because the chipper's been down and stuff, and I texted all them guys and say, look here, I ain't gonna make it. I'm done, dude. So, took a day. It was a cold, nasty day. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to get some. I gotta go back to that other job and move some pulp and get that cleaned up because we've been waiting. I want to get that loader out of there. Pretty soon we get moved into this real nice job, a little gravy patch with some big white pine, some beautiful red oak and stuff. So some nice pulpwood, things like that. So give me a minute here. I'll turn the camera back on when I figure just how the hell this comes apart, and we'll show you a little more. Alrighty. Alright, that's how this came apart. This was the outside. This went in this way, obviously, through that. But that one in there, it's pretty tight fit actually. And this one goes in the back. You can see how tight it's got. Focus. It's got a little paint on it. A little marker if I had to beat that one out with a punch. But then, and then this screw goes through this one into this one. It's like a sex bolt kind of thing almost. So that's how that comes off. Thankfully the new one's got all the springs and stuff inside, because this one, the springs went to flying. I have a extra pin in there. I didn't know that there was all those springs in there. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Okie dokie. What am I doing? Okay. Just fancy wire part tag. I don't know. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. I cleaned all this, of course. I mean, sometimes, not in here yet, but underneath the brake. Well, the brake engage paddle. Let's put it that way. I don't know what the technical term is. These two together. And give this back just a little tappy. Not too much tappy. Let's crank on it. Ah, come on, man. There we go. Think that's about the torque spec? I think so. All right. Something ain't right. Well, let's put it on the saw. See if I can get it to engage and disengage. Make sure I didn't fumble something up. Very possible I don't have something in there like I should, like it's supposed to be. First time I've ever broke one of these off of this style saw. I broke them off 372, and they're pretty easy to change on 372. Oh yeah! Look at that. Brake on, brake off. All right. Nice. All right. The other thing I broke, and this was the other day. Where did my box of goodies and parts? Okay, here. Little start-stop switch. Now, there's two reasons I want to switch this. One's because I broke it because I'm a dummy. Sometimes I'm cutting a saw, I'll be laying next to the tree, and I'll take my handle, my axe, I'll pound a wedge, and I'll just turn around and say something's taking longer than I want it to, and I'll just bump it with the handle to shut it off. Well, it's cold, and you can't bump plastic things in the cold, so I bumped it and took just the tip off. But didn't matter, it still worked well. No, really it did. These vibrate apart inside the contacts. So now you sit there and you'll shut your saw off and the saw won't shut off. So when that does that, there's one of two things. Your contacts are bad in there, or inside here, there is a ground screw. Like grounds the saw out to itself, I guess. Now you really can't see it. It's down. It's down in there. I gotta take the air filter and stuff off. There's a little screw, as you can see on the switch. See that? There's a screw that anchors it down to the saw. If that's loose or comes undone or vibrates out, she won't shut off neither. So, all right. Hope that I don't know. It's just a video. It's just something. I'm trying to get a few out because I might be slow here the next couple days or whatever, or a week. So yeah, enjoy. Hang in there. Stay warm.